You guys notice that time is flying nowadays? That months look like they're hours? We are already halfway into the year of 2019. Last week I was in Niagara Falls for the Comic Con, found some amazing stuff if you guys watched the last video. And this week we are into Father's Day. And, I hope you guys have called your father, spent time with your father, and show him how much you love him. I just want to take the time right now to send my love out to my father. Happy Father's Day, Dad. I know that we don't always have very many things in common, and I know sometimes you don't understand why I do these videos and why I love doing them, but you have always been there to support me, even though sometimes you didn't make any sense to you. You've never treated me any differently. And, I know you still love me a lot, and thank you for being there my whole life. And, I hope you have the best Father's Day because you are one of the most amazing people I've ever gotten to know. And I just want you to know I love you a lot. So, on today's episode, I'm going to show you what I got this past weekend. Not as much as I did on my Comic-Con haul, but it's okay. There's always something cool out there to find. And, I'm going to start with a couple of small things. Maybe I'll start with... this week has been one of those weeks where I was able to find more movies than I did anything else. And I'm going to show you guys which ones I got. So, some of them I haven't watched yet, some of them I've watched. I picked up Meteor. And this is a TV movie. It's split into two parts, and it has a lot of big-name actors in it. And I love disaster movies, so... this was one that I picked up at Valley Village. But yeah, I watched it last night. It's actually pretty awesome. It's a TV movie, so I know there's a lot of special effects that are not the greatest, but sometimes it doesn't bother me. I just like the story, and I love to see disaster stuff. So I picked that one up. Let me put this on the side. I picked up this 4 film set that has Little Big League, Little Giants, Hometown Legend, and a movie that I've been wanting to see just because it has ninjas in the title, and this is Surf Ninjas. You guys know I'm a huge fan of Three Ninjas, so I saw this and a trailer of this, and I've been wanting to see it, but I've never been able to find it anywhere. So I found it on this collection. I don't care much about the other ones, but it's cool. I got 4 for the price of 1, so I have that, but I still have not seen it, so no spoilers. Next up, I got the Sanctuary. It's an awesome Hong Kong martial arts film. From what I've seen, like most of these films are becoming a lot harder to find because a lot of people are not buying them and such. It's a shame that these movies don't make more money because the Hong Kong film series has been very beautiful. They've done so many amazing things that a lot of Hollywood has not done yet. They take more chances, and they show their love for martial arts. So I'm very happy that we have these movies and companies that bring it up to us. I still have to see it, but from what I heard, it's actually really awesome. Next up, I'm not a huge fan of Inuyasha, but I did watch when I was on YTV, and I just found a volume of the 3rd season. It has a couple of episodes, 3 episodes on it, which anime is hard to find and it's expensive to buy new, so when I do find it at thrift stores, I always pick them up, and this was the only one that I found this week, but I'm very happy I got it because I do like Inuyasha a little bit. I think I haven't given it much time, so I'm going to watch it through. I need to watch the series over again. It's been a long time, so I got that. And this one I watched last night. It was actually pretty entertaining. It's called Never Leave Alive. Now, this is a former WWE star. He's not in WWE anymore, but it's one of those awesome movies where it reminds me a lot of Jean-Claude Van Damme movies, especially Hard Target, where he's being chased by people who are paying to kill people. And this one is no different. It's basically about the same story, except it doesn't have a huge cast. It's more about 2-on-2 people. So, yeah, I watched it last night. Pretty entertaining. I got it for $3 at Dollarama. And you guys know I always find movies at crazy random places. And Dollarama is a really, really cool place for finding certain movies. So I picked that up. Next at Valley Village, I picked up Super Smash Brothers GameCube controller. Now these are pretty hard to find. They're pretty expensive now. I picked this up for $2.99. They priced it for $2.99. I was very happy, and from what it is, it's actually pretty mint condition. Of course, you can use this for the Wii U and the Switch if you have the attachment that lets you plug in the controller so you can play Smash Brothers. I'll probably just use this for my GameCube since I don't really use the GameCube controller for the newer games. Like, I gotten really used to the Joy-Cons and my Pro controller. But it is still very awesome. It's a piece of history, and it's fully licensed by Nintendo. This is a Nintendo controller. It's not a third party, and like I said, mint condition. So I picked that up. I took a trip to my favorite store, Microplay, and I didn't find many things that I really wanted this time. Though they did have a mint condition controller, and I cleaned this up so it looks absolutely mint. Mint condition Dreamcast controller, which you guys know Dreamcast and Sega is one of my favorite companies of all time and system of all time. And I needed another controller. I do have 4 of them now. But my original one that I had with my Dreamcast, the cord damaged at the end, and it's because the way I used to wrap the cord around. This is the proper way of wrapping a cord, not around the controller, because that eventually destroys the very tip of it because of the pressure. So if you guys have classic controllers that with, corded controllers, you want to make sure that this is how you're doing it. But yeah, I got it mint condition. Like I said, I cleaned it up to make it look even more mint and more brand new than what it looks. And it also came with VMU. I have no idea what's on here. I'm going to check it out and see if there's any cool game saves of different games I've never played, or it might have game saves from games I've actually played. So, very excited for that. And I do a lot of importing, and I imported a game that I absolutely love from a franchise that I actually love, and it is Sword Art Online Hollow Realization Deluxe Edition. Now, this is the European copy. Of course, it brings a whole bunch of different languages, and it's English, so you guys don't have to worry. If you guys are fans of collecting stuff and you want to own what you buy, I highly recommend you buy them. There are 2 different ways. I bought this one on Amazon, or you can buy it on PlayAsia.com, and it ships everywhere around the world. But yeah, got it a lot cheaper than what it's going for digitally, and you actually own a product. So I got that. Next up, I've been kind of trying to get myself into Final Fantasy. I haven't been a Final Fantasy fan, but I got really excited with Final Fantasy VII Remake. And I bought Final Fantasy VII, which I'm playing right now on my Switch. And I also bought Final Fantasy X and X2. Now, you guys know that this one, the first game comes on a cartridge, and the second is a digital download code. I am selling the digital download code because I don't need it. I don't download very many games. But if you guys do want an actual copy with both games on one cart, do order the Japanese one. It brings both on a cart, and it is multi-language, so you don't have to worry. It's all in English, and yeah, got it for $29 because of E3 and places like Walmart, Best Buy, and EB Games are putting games down cheaper. Next up, my friend actually found this, and it is so beautiful because I've never seen one, but he found me Batman, the 1989 movie game, in pristine condition. There's a couple of damages, but it is very pristine for a game that is very old. And it is one of my favorite movie tie-in games of all time. If you guys own a Nintendo or have ever played it, Batman the 1989 game is really hard, but it's really, really fun and entertaining. And I'm so happy because it's one of my favorite games of all time. And I have it complete, except for the manual. It does not come with a manual, but that's okay with me. The box is always more important to me than the manual, and it's so beautiful to finally have this incomplete. The same guy found me 2 games that I really, really wanted from a system I don't have yet, but I've been working to try and find one, and it is my first 2 games for the system, and it is Sega CD. And the first 2 games I have is Batman Returns which, it doesn't come with a box, but it was this one was different because it came in an actual cardboard box. So I have the manual and I have the game itself. I'm gonna buy a box like the Sega CD one to put it in, because that could actually work as a pretty good cover. So I got that, and I also got Sega CD, one of my favorite Sonic games. Sonic CD for one of my favorite Sonic games of all time. And I'm very happy because, like I said, it's one of the games that I wanted for Sega CD when I buy one. And it is the first game that I got. I'm very excited that it is the first game I got. And it's been kept in pretty good condition, and it's complete, which is amazing. So I got that. And from Game Cycle, I went in there and I found an amiibo that I've been wanting to have one opened. I have it closed, but I have a certain few that are opened, and I really, really wanted this one because she is my favorite video game character of all time and one of my favorite video games of all time, and it is Bayonetta. Now, this is Bayonetta from Bayonetta 2. I had already the first version of Bayonetta, which was the alternate costume in Smash Brothers, but I really wanted her from her second game as well, and it's her with her short hair and, blue guns, which is awesome. And I'm so happy to find it because I haven't found one in store for a while. I found the first one, the alternate costume, but she was the one I needed. So I picked her up. So happy I found her because now she's upstairs beside my other in display case. So yeah, that is pretty much all I got this week, guys. Like I said, it was a small haul, but I got some good stuff too. So I just want to thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to do comment down below, and don't forget to call or see your father today. Show them some love, and hopefully I'll have some awesome new shows for you later. Take care, guys.